Well, we have a fresh group of tasters, and I think I'd like you to introduce yourselves. It'd be a lot more accurate than me trying to remember everything about you. If you could, mention your name, that would be good, and where you're from, and what kind of fruit and mangoes do you like?
Sounds good.
Well, you can start. Yeah, break.
Abayomi, I'm from Bermuda. I love mangoes. My favorite mangoes of all time, number one's got to be lemon zest. Wet pulpa ukulele or lemon meringue, cotton candy, orange sherbet, sweet tart. I love a ton of others.
Oh, yes.
Those are the ones that I can put the rest aside and say, yeah, all day.
Excellent.
My name's Carlos, also from Bermuda. Limited in what we grow in Bermuda, but my favorite, from what I've had to indulge that was being imported, was always the Julie mango.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of got an impartial lean to that type. But again, really looking forward to what we got to sample today.
Excellent.
I'm Melbourne. I'm from Jamaica, but I'm living in Bermuda now. And I specialize in Julie mango.
Yes.
But any type of mango you give me to eat, I would eat it because I love mango. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, okay, so we have two Julie fans, but very open-minded, and so, there's actually some varieties here that I don't think that I've had before. This one, they assured me it was going to be fine, but we'll cut on this other side of this. This is one of the new Zill varieties called, here, I guess I'll go stretch first. This is Buttercream, and last year I just didn't get a good sample of this, so I'm looking forward to this today. Got a little issue here. So Buttercream is named for its texture.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a little tartness to it.
Tartness, trying to generally find a little bit towards the skin. Tartness kicks in. Very smooth.
First time I've had it, so yeah, pretty good though.
What do you think? Like 75 to 90?
Probably. It's not the sweetest mango I've ever had, but the texture is quite good. So maybe if you give it some time, it'll grow on you. Or see different ones at different stages.
Yeah, it's
Again, it's smooth eating one. It's nothing really outstanding finish-wise, but it's nice texture. Good to go.
napkins. I'm making a mess of mine, but okay. So that was Buttercream. Nice texture and nice taste, but we'll have to taste some more to see how it works out. Like
You
different
have
stages.
two other ones there.
What, we have other ones? Okay, yes we do. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Here's a Buttercream. It doesn't look, well, I don't know. We'll see how it tastes.
Are they all coming this way, or this is just happens what you have today in terms of the?
This particular tasting the theme is things I haven't grown.
Okay.
So this is all stuff that was from Zill's experimental grove.
Okay. And this is on my 2019 most wanted list. I have about 6 mangoes that similarly I haven't tried, but I've heard people talking about, and Buttercream was one of them.
Yeah, this, I mean, I was going on bad advice getting this mango at all. This looks a lot. I mean, I haven't even tasted it, and I like this one better.
Definitely
So-
better.
Yeah.
It's got more of a pineapple-y.
So this has
Kinda
more
fruity
orange in
to
it.
it.
So it,
Yeah, it's a marked difference in that.
Just don't
The
taste
texture is like, yeah.
yeah, the other one was a little bit bland, and
Still,
Okay,
got the
butter.
still got a little bite by the skin, which is fine, but overall, it's a marked difference in
Yeah,
flavor.
yeah.
with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
redeeming to the name.
So smooth.
it definitely just melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's got flavor, but there's nothing that just overwhelms you. It's just
Yeah.
sort of a nice
Mellow,
smooth,
steady,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a punch in the face, definitely. But
I'd say near the skin is not my favorite part of it.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you guys taste that?
The
near
skin, yeah, the skin, not at all. It's got a
Yeah,
bite
so
to it.
you're good until about 1/8 of an inch to the skin, and then let the rest of it go. Okay, so this is one that I have wanted to try for a while. Michele. And I had to find out about this mango, and I haven't found out the whole story. I don't know if, like, Gary lost some sort of contest or what, but Michele was developed by Gary Zill, but it was named after Richard Campbell's sister-in-law. So, not sure about the whole story there.
okay.
Making it for some interesting conversation. Get a couple of beers into Richard and see what I could find out.
Let's see. This one. Not loving the looks
Look
of that
of it, no.
particular slice. It has something going on there. So let's see if I can find something a little better.
Do you know anything about the parentage of it?
I would no, actually I don't. I don't think this is. I'm still trying to find
okay.
get past this bruise here.
Right.
I don't know if that happened. I actually got this fruit yesterday and then forgot to bring it home. So I'm not sure if it had a hard life in between my buying it and
Thank you.
when. Yeah, this is
Yeah. That's,
Smell that.
is a very productive tree. That's like its claim to fame plus the quality of the fruit, but it's extraordinarily productive.
I'm trying to think what that reminds me of. That's interesting. Different parts of it taste different.
Yeah, that's got some nice flavor to that.
It tastes real good.
Part of it's like floral, part of it's like piney.
Very juicy.
Yes. Juice factory.
That's good. I like that one. A lot of nice flavors going on.
And even the smell.
Smell.
Smell is real good.
Well,
The run and taste.
regardless as to the story, I think Michele won out of the deal. So.
Well,
So
we're
far,
not
we're
quite
not
done
done
yet.
yet.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm not talking about anyway. That's
I say that drinking contest or whatever it was. Get a good mango named after you if you're going to have a mango named after you, right? Oh yeah, okay. That was another buttercream here, but I think that we got a pretty good.
yes, that was
the
good.
second one that was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you look at a fruit and see this, it doesn't mean that you can just cut around it all the time. You know, it
yeah.
was, we were going for a specific level of ripeness, and that one wasn't quite right. So, this was a problem last year. We had fruit cocktail that we sampled, and a lot of the samples were not picked at the right time. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good representation. It certainly is juicy.
Do you know the number of what this used to be before it was fruit cocktail?
Oh, I didn't realize there was going to be like a quiz here.
Sorry, sorry. The fruit geeks are just getting. But I remembered it was something before it became, and I'm just trying to remember what it used to be. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll put that in text here on the thing so that we don't have to have the viewers wonder.
But similarly, it's not a super strong flavor, but it's definitely a pleasant flavor.
Got a little citrusy flavor to it.
Yeah, they a little citrusy. They named it fruit cocktail, of course, because it tastes like
Right.
a lot of fruit combined. Was the theory. And of course, near the skin at the top of the slice, top of the fruit is the most intense. I just took that bite and it was really
Right.
good. I have a hard time, other than saying it was citrusy, like coming up with the types of fruit that
Right,
could
yeah.
be combined with that. I mean, I always think of fruit cocktail as a bunch of awful canned fruit.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's not really, a good analogy for me, but
I mean, it leaves a nice finish on the tongue too. It still plays on the palate.
so our last one is, you know that one?
Maha Chanook.
Yeah, I figured that's.
It's a thing of beauty, but I mean that one obviously doesn't look its best. But when you see them in their pink, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, well, this is another one, and I had the advice from the office people today that this would be the best to eat today. That
Sure.
this was not overripe,
okay.
but we have backup right here.
Yeah, in my experience, slightly underripe, they tend to taste better.
Okay, we're tasting both of them.
All right. It's another one of those, Nam Docs, same way, like slightly before you think you would eat them. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Good color to it. Deep color. Cute.
So I'm dropping all the quizzes on you, right? So do you know the parentage of this? Because I didn't
No,
realize.
this was a variety that they brought in.
Right, that's what I thought, but somebody was trying to tell me it was a cross with a Florida mango. That's how it became monoembryonic, and I'm like, that story doesn't sound right to me.
From what I remember, and this is sort of, I could be wrong, but there were different versions of Maha Chanook that people said this is the Maha Chanook,
Right.
and they were 3 distinct different mangoes, and so they selected one that had been brought into Florida to be Maha Chanook, and so that's sort of, as I recall, that's what it was.
That's the original story I heard. It's very similar. It's a good mango. I mean, it's not anything overpowering, but it's just a classic sort of subtle, sweet, smooth flavor.
Yeah, I think it's the older trees have a more smooth fruit because I've tasted some mangoes of this variety and I've really not liked them before.
Oh.
And the closest description would be like a cross between a mango and a mushroom.
Wow.
Flavor, and I'm not getting it I didn't get it from that last one, and and somebody who grows it told me that the younger trees can have that kind of flavor to them.
I didn't hear mushroom, but somebody did describe it once as tasting like a carrot, and they were not being polite when they said that. So.
Thank you.
This one's got a little more difference in flavors to it.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah, it's more dimension to it. The other one was just.
Yeah.
I definitely don't agree with this is the perfect.
That's my case in point. So either it's slightly ahead of when you think, but for Mahachanok, for me, always works out
Yeah, it's
much more
got
complex.
and brighter flavor.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
That stage of ripeness definitely, I think, imparts more flavor to it.
Yeah, I mean, very, very smooth, silky texture, sort of melts in your mouth,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
A little bitterness towards the skin, but other than that, I mean,
And then definitely eye candy. This is the better one.
Yeah.
Like I can look at this and say, oh, mango.
Yeah,
And I
they
look
are
at this
beautiful.
and I'm like, I wonder what this one's going to taste
Yeah,
like.
smoothie.
Okay, so now that we have so many voters here, what do you think about the different varieties? We've got buttercream that definitely do not eat one that's rotten, is what we came across with that. But we got the one at a better stage, and so what did you think about buttercream?
if I was to rate my personal favorites out of this lot, I think the
Karen Michele?
Yep, Karen Michele. That was the buttercream. Karen Michele, buttercream second to me, for me. Karen Michele had a lot of different tastes to it,
Uh-huh.
and overall, it's just nice eating mango. I enjoyed it personally. Like I said, the buttercream, super smooth, as the name implies. At that stage, would be my number 2 pick.
So Melbourne, what do you think?
Well, I would go to the buttercream.
Uh-huh.
And this one here,
Okay, the Maha Chanook.
yeah, I like the
That
taste of this
stage.
one.
And what do you think?
I'm going with Mahachanok. It's the less ripe one,
Right.
and the buttercream and close behind it.
Okay, great. Well, thanks very much.
No problem.
Thank you.